I'm Bret Saunders. On Tuesday mornings, we like to go into the archives and play back some of our favorite interviews for you. Since Sting is in town for 3 nights next week at Red Rocks, I thought, hey, let's play back Sting. This is a conversation we had back in 2016.
Hello, Bret. I'm good. I'm in London town, and it's cold and windy. How's Denver?
Denver is beautiful, as always, and you got to know that you're well-loved here in the Rocky Mountain West.
I miss it. I miss Denver.
Well, come on back anytime you like.
I think I'm going to.
And from the songs that I've heard on the record so far, and I want to focus on one right now called 50,000, it sounds like you are taking stock of a lot of things. This song, well, you tell me about it instead of me telling you about it.
I reached the August age of 65 a couple of weeks ago. And this year David Bowie went, and Prince, and Lemmy from Motorhead, Glenn Frey. My dear friend Alan Rickman, although not a rock star, still a cultural icon. So I feel when our cultural icons pass away, we're deeply shocked because part of us believes they're immortal. And so it's a way of, basically facing your own mortality. Not to be morbid, but actually to realize that, the time left is vital and every moment counts.
Yeah, tell me about your friendship with David Bowie. He meant so much to so many people.
Oh, he was, an amazing influence. And right up to the last minute, he was writing his own elegy. We shared the same business manager, and we both had similar interests. When my play came out on Broadway, he was very supportive, and I have a whole set of emails which I kept from him that were very lovely and very, very helpful. So he was a great inspiration.
What about Prince? When I think about, the beginning of your career, that's the same time as the ascendancy of Prince to his throne, right? So did you know him?
Yeah, I worked with him a couple of times. I played bass in one of his concerts in London, and then I worked in his studio in Indianapolis, and then I met him at events like the Oscars, but he was always enigmatic. He was, you couldn't get too close to him, but I appreciated his music so much. He's a genius. There
seems to be like a horrific plague of losing our beloved artists this year. It seems like it's curbed, though. It seems like it's slowed down, I'm happy to say.
I hope so, but it's a dangerous profession in many, many ways, psychologically and otherwise. You're up there in the lights in front of hundreds of thousands of people every night. You can feel kind of immortal and kind of godlike, and that's a little dangerous.
I'm glad that you brought up psychology, Sting, because my understanding is that you recently had your brain scanned.
Well, I was happy they found a brain. That was the real result for me. They tested me by playing music to me as I was being scanned. And what they found actually didn't surprise me that much, that your average guy in the street only uses a part of the brain to analyze music, whereas a musician will use almost the entire brain to analyze music. So if there's music playing, I can't really have a conversation. I'm analyzing the music rather than talking. So I don't like conversation while there's music playing.
Sir, you are an institution in music. Listen, man, when I see a picture of you, you do not look like any kind of 65-year-old dudes that I know.
Good.
What's your secret? Why do you look like that?
I don't really have a secret. I was an athlete, and I just stayed fit. And I'm vain.
Pleasure talking with you again. We'll see you soon, I hope. You kind of alluded to that at the beginning of this conversation. I'm hoping there's going to be a tour.
I think we're coming to Denver very soon, Bret.
All right,
so I'll see you there.
That's Sting. 3 nights next week at Red Rocks.